Disney's making the world a better place, man. And I don't know why you keep using the word outrage. No one's outraged about this movie. People are laughing at it because it's a joke. It is a culmination of everything bad about modern movie making.
D23 just showed us how far Disney has fallen, and wow, it's hard to watch. This is the same company that once gave us magical stories, unforgettable characters, and childhood memories we'd cherish forever. Now, it's like they've lost their spark. Fans everywhere are disappointed, saying Disney has traded its heart and soul for a woke agenda. Instead of creating joy, they're creating backlash, and it's heartbreaking to see. And let's talk about Bob Iger. He came out of retirement, the big hero, ready to clean up the mess Bob Chapek left behind. But after seeing that Snow White trailer, it's hard not to wonder. Does Disney even know where it's going anymore?
Last summer, Disney suffered a rare mishap on their way to defiling yet another beloved work of fiction with the usual DEI casting and woke plotting.
The Snow White trailer just dropped, and man, what a disaster. Fans are furious, flooding social media with complaints and disappointment. At the center of it all is Rachel Zegler, the self-proclaimed activist playing Snow White, who many believe is on a mission to ruin the movie.
What did you mean by that?
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah. Weird.
And Disney? They're sticking by her, doubling down on their questionable choices. With the release set for March 2025, the studio is clinging to hope that somehow, some way, this PR nightmare can be salvaged. And then there's Gal Gadot. Remember her as Wonder Woman? Those days seem long gone. After the flop of Wonder Woman 1984, it looks like she's officially left the tiara behind. Now, she's stepping into the shoes of the evil queen for this live-action remake. Honestly, fans are saying she might just outshine the title character. Awkward, right? Speaking of casting, fans have been relentless. Many are joking that Gadot should have been Snow White, given her grace and charm, while Zegler, with her fiery public statements and attitude, feels like she's auditioning to be the villain. It's hard not to laugh at the irony. Even before the trailer, Zegler was stirring the pot, grabbing headlines for her activism instead of her acting.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again.
Add in the casting drama, and fans are now roasting the film online, joking that the evil queen is more beautiful and more likable than Snow White herself.
If Disney wants to make more woke films that tank at the box office, they are more than welcome to do that, but maybe think of an original idea. Maybe not destroy a classic from my childhood and put an actress in there that not only hates the plot and the storyline of the movie she's in, but also seemingly hates Snow White the character.
Let's talk about the absolute disaster that is Disney's upcoming Snow White live-action movie. Seriously, it's shaping up to be one of the most poorly received and marketed films in recent memory. Even Mufasa, The Lion King, a prequel nobody asked for, seems to be generating more positive buzz than this mess. And the spotlight? It's all on Rachel Zegler. Her controversial antics off-screen have completely overshadowed the movie, leaving fans rolling their eyes. At this point, it's hard to imagine how Disney is going to salvage this train wreck.
Aspects of their creative output have flopped, and they've got nowhere to go at this point. Clearly, something has to change. What they're doing is not working anymore.
And what about Gal Gadot? She's not exactly thrilled with how things are going either. Word on the street is she was misled about parts of the film, and now the final product is nothing like what she expected. Originally, this movie was supposed to be a grand musical, but the latest trailer suggests otherwise. And guess what? Early test screenings, mostly with female audiences, have been a disaster too, with viewers especially critical of Gadot's performance. Sure, some male viewers might still show up just to see Gadot, but female audiences have been far less forgiving. Many say her singing and acting just don't cut it for a role as iconic as the evil queen. Let's be real, she doesn't have the musical theater chops for this, and fans aren't afraid to say it. In fact, A lot of them are flat out refusing to see the movie in theaters. Disney's panic mode is in full swing, and Bob Iger has reportedly had to step in. There's been a lot of tension behind the scenes, with Gadot and her team frustrated over broken promises. Apparently, she was supposed to have a bigger role in the marketing campaign, but Disney pulled back, and now things are looking messy. All of this has only added to the drama surrounding Gadot's career. After the lukewarm reception of Wonder Woman 1984 and the cancellation of the third film, her Hollywood star power is already fading. Now, with fans tearing apart her performance as the evil queen, her future is looking more uncertain than ever. Adding to the drama, whispers of tension between Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler have only fueled the fire. Reports suggest behind-the-scenes conflicts on set, painting a picture of a rocky dynamic between the two leading actresses. Combine that with Disney's questionable marketing strategy, and it looks like the film's release could be nothing short of chaotic. The rumors don't stop there. Apparently, the tension is spilling into the promotional campaign. There's talk of canceled press events and scheduling conflicts, hinting that Gadot and Zegler might not even be willing to share the spotlight during promotion. If true, this could be a huge blow to the film's marketing efforts and its chances of success. And honestly, can you blame Gadot and her team for being hesitant? With Zegler's controversial behavior stirring up backlash and the film already facing an uphill battle, it's a tough spot for everyone involved.
He made it pretty clear that Disney was not making a Snow White film. So the only possible reason that they still make a Snow White film is to do everything they can to destroy the memory of the original film and ruin it like every other franchise they've touched.
Honestly, who even asked for this Snow White remake? Disney really needs to learn when to leave things alone. These timeless classics were perfect as they were. Why keep trying to reimagine them when it almost always ends in disappointment? It's like they've forgotten what made the originals so magical in the first place. Let's face it, Snow White isn't just a movie. It's a piece of history. Generations grew up loving the story, the music, the magic. So why mess with something that's already perfect? Trying to capture that same charm in a live-action remake feels like an impossible task. Sometimes, classics are better left untouched. But Disney just can't help themselves, can they? Their track record with live-action remakes is, well, not great. Instead of honoring the original stories, they twist and change them so much that they lose what made them special. The themes, the heart, the soul, it all gets diluted.
Yeah, it's okay to modernize things, but if you have such an issue with the original fairy tale and the original storyline, maybe instead of remaking it, you just make a different movie. I don't think that's too much to ask for.
And now, Disney seems to be on a mission to rewrite history. They're acting like their classic animated films are something to be ashamed of, calling them outdated or problematic. It's ridiculous. These movies shaped childhoods and brought joy to millions. Now Disney's essentially saying, you were wrong to love these old films. Here's a new, better version that fits our agenda. The hypocrisy is off the charts. They're the ones who created those beloved classics in the first place. And then there's Gal Gadot. How did she even end up here? After the flop of Wonder Woman 1984, jumping into this Snow White chaos feels like a bad career move. And Rachel Zegler? Let's just say her controversial comments and behavior aren't doing the film any favors. She's dragging the whole project down with her, and at this point, it's hard to see how anyone comes out of this looking good.